Dear friends, I am Irfan Ahmed, Assistant Professor at a Central Government University. We make videos on varied topics, and I try to make videos on those topics which are not readily available on internet. And in the same series today, I will discuss about Indian laws which protect the Indian women after marriage, and we'll talk about the concept of Stridhan as well as how to protect this Stridhan so that it is not snatched by anyone else. Stridhan is a concept which is not only available under the HMA Hindu Marriage Act, but is also part of the Shariat law as per Muslim Women Act. And Muslim Women Act, there are almost 3 Muslim Women Acts enacted in different years, and they are 1 to 2 pages act, and you may go through that. So at the time of marriage, if one wishes to protect her claim of Stridhan so that in future no one snatches a woman's precious Stridhan, what she has to do is that at the time of marriage, she has to get a written statement of the list of Stridhan, which has to be signed by both the parties, bride and groom, under which rule, under dowry prohibition rule, maintenance of list of gifts, 1985. It's a government rule, central government rule. And later, the state legislatures enacted their own rules. So you have dowry prohibition rule, Uttar Pradesh, 1999. Dowry prohibition rule, Bihar, 2003. Dowry prohibition rule are also available for Orissa, Rajasthan, even Madhya Pradesh. And these are highly useful. Last year, at Honorable Allahabad High Court, Honorable Justice ordered in the court order sheet that the rule must be followed in letter and spirit, the dowry prohibition rule. And at the time of marriage, the list must be maintained, which must be signed by both the parties. Ideally, let me tell you how to prepare such a list. You prepare this list on a stamp paper of 100 rupees, and it would be a joint list. It will mention the gifts which are given to the bride by whatsoever parties, which is her rightly owned Stridhan. Then the gifts which are given to the groom by whatever parties, under whose possession they are, if there are any bills attached. There should be clarity at the time of marriage, so that in future there is no further dispute about this. So paperwork is very important for both the parties if the marriage is really a dowry-free marriage. And after getting it notarized on a notary register in a proper way, one has to visit the office of District Probation Officer in Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, all the DPOs are accepting these lists. They are maintaining a separate file for that. So they would be taking the list. They will put the file number on the list, and they will give you the receipt, or they will sign it on your receiving. So that is the best way to get a receiving, and then it becomes a public document. And so in future, if a woman's husband harasses her or her in-laws harass her for her Stridhan, it becomes a very concrete proof which protects her everywhere. And if, God forbid, a woman files false cases of snatching of Stridhan under IPC 406 Amanat Mein Khiyanat, then it will help the groom and his family immensely, as has been ordered and taken note by Honorable Allahabad High Court itself. And this is a constitutional provision. So if you fulfill this constitutional requirement, it is fine for both the parties. You won't find about this knowledge almost anywhere. Although the rule is there, hardly anyone goes through the rule. Hardly anyone knows that there are officers like district probation officer or dowry prohibition officers who maintain these lists, and so this kind of list becomes a public document. So if someone wishes to go for a dowry-free marriage but also wishes to avoid any false dowry harassment charges, they must follow this procedure. They must get the list signed in a proper way, and they must submit it to the concerned government officer. This is for the safety and security of both the parties. So if you have any queries regarding this, you are free to ask them in the comment boxes, and I would love to reply. And for the time being, see you, take care, bye bye.